Robert Greene once said, "Mastering the art of seduction gives one a great power, for it enables you to penetrate the psyche of others, to influence and manipulate them at will. But great power comes with great responsibilities. For the love of God, don't use these techniques to harm anyone." You already know what we are gonna explore in this video. Tricks gonna get powerful as we go. So stick around. It's gonna be an interesting one, and you know I always try to give you authentic and practical wisdom. So please subscribe. Whether it's professional or personal relationships, whether sales or school crush, they gonna work. 1. Active listening. Active listening is not just about hearing the words someone says. It's about truly understanding their message and emotions. When you actively listen, you show genuine interest in the other person's perspective, thoughts, and feelings. You do this by giving your full attention, maintaining eye contact, nodding, and providing verbal affirmations, like "I see," or "that makes sense." By actively listening, you create a safe space for the other person to express themselves openly. This fosters trust and deepens the connection between you. Additionally, active listening allows you to pick up on subtle cues and emotions that may not be conveyed through words alone. 2. Leading questions. Imagine you're at a party and you overhear someone mention they vacationed in Hawaii. You're curious. Here's where a leading question comes in. Instead of a bland, "Where'd you go?" you could try, "Weren't the beaches in Maui incredible?" This is a leading question because it suggests a specific answer. Maui beaches are amazing and subtly pushes the conversation in that direction. It's like planting a little seed in the other person's mind. So, why use leading questions? Uncover details. Leading questions can unearth specific details you might miss with open-ended ones. For example, instead of "What did you do in Hawaii?" you could ask, "Did you try surfing on the North Shore?" This unveils their surfing experience, a detail you might not have otherwise learned. Confirmation and direction. Sometimes you have a hunch about something. A leading question can confirm your suspicion or nudge the conversation in a fruitful direction. For example, if you suspect they love the local food, you could ask, "Didn't you find the fresh seafood there to be amazing?" This steers the conversation towards their food experience, while also confirming your guess. Shape the narrative. Leading questions can gently guide the conversation towards a particular theme. Imagine you're interviewing someone for a job that requires creativity. You could ask, "Didn't you come up with a clever solution to that problem at your last job?" This subtly positions them as someone who approaches challenges creatively. Remember, leading questions are powerful tools, but use them with finesse. Overuse can feel manipulative. The key is to strike a balance between guiding the conversation and allowing for genuine responses. So, plant your seeds, but let the conversation blossom naturally. 3. Building rapport. Building rapport is the art of establishing a connection with someone by finding common ground and creating a sense of trust and understanding. It involves showing genuine interest in the other person's experiences, thoughts, and emotions. To build rapport effectively, you can employ various techniques, such as mirroring body language, using similar language or gestures, and actively listening to what the other person is saying. By doing so, you create a sense of familiarity and comfort, making it easier for the other person to open up and engage in meaningful conversation. Building rapport is essential in both personal and professional relationships. Whether you're meeting someone for the first time or trying to strengthen an existing connection, the ability to build rapport can greatly enhance your interactions and create lasting bonds. 4. Mirroring. Mirroring is a powerful technique for building rapport and creating a sense of connection with others. Here are some tips for using mirroring effectively. Observe and match body language. Pay attention to the other person's body language, such as posture, gestures, and facial expressions. Try to subtly mimic their movements to create a sense of synchrony and connection. Match energy levels. Adjust your energy level to match that of the other person. If they are speaking enthusiastically, you can respond with equal enthusiasm. If they are speaking more calmly, you can mirror their demeanor. Use similar language. Pay attention to the words and phrases the other person uses and incorporate them into your own speech. This can help create a sense of familiarity and shared understanding. Mirror tone and pace. Match the tone and pace of the other person's speech. If they speak slowly and softly, you can respond in a similar manner. If they speak quickly and energetically, you can adjust your pace accordingly. Be subtle. Mirroring should be subtle and natural, rather than overt or obvious. Avoid copying the other person's movements or speech patterns too closely, as this can come across as insincere or mocking. Practice empathy. Mirroring is not just about imitating the other person. It's also about empathizing with their emotions and experiences. Try to genuinely connect with the other person on an emotional level. Be authentic. While mirroring can help create rapport, it's important to remain authentic and true to yourself. Don't mimic the other person's behavior to the point where you lose your own identity. Overall, mirroring is a subtle yet powerful tool for building rapport and creating a sense of connection with others. By observing and adapting to the other person's behavior, you can establish a deeper level of understanding and communication. 5. Slipping in questions. Slipping in questions is a subtle yet effective technique for initiating deeper conversations without coming across as intrusive or overly curious. Instead of directly asking probing questions, slipping in questions involves seamlessly integrating them into the flow of conversation. For example, instead of asking directly about someone's childhood, you might mention a childhood memory of your own, and then casually ask if they had a similar experience. This approach allows the other person to share without feeling pressured or uncomfortable. Slipping in questions requires finesse and attentiveness to the other person's responses. It's about creating opportunities for them to open up organically, rather than forcing the conversation in a particular direction. By slipping in questions strategically, you can uncover valuable insights about the other person's experiences, values, and emotions, deepening your connection and understanding of each other. Here are some techniques to consider. The power of nostalgia. Everyone loves a trip down memory lane. Spark nostalgia by mentioning a classic childhood game, a bygone TV show, or a beloved childhood treat. This can trigger a cascade of memories and open the door to sharing. The Tell Me About prompt. Simple but effective. Ask something like, "Tell me about a time you learned a valuable lesson as a kid." This prompts them to share a specific experience with some emotional weight. The sensory details trigger. Memories are often woven with sights, sounds, and smells. Ask evocative questions like, "What was your favorite smell associated with home as a child?" This unique approach can unlock vivid memories that lead to deeper conversation. The always wanted to. Whisper. Everyone has childhood dreams. Ask, "Did you always want to do what you're doing now? Or did you have a different dream as a child?" This taps into their aspirations and the path that led them here. The most exciting spark. Focus on positive emotions. Ask, "What's your most exciting childhood memory?" This invites them to share a heartwarming experience and relive the joy. 6. Insinuation. Insinuation isn't a blunt statement. It's a whisper in the mind's ear. Imagine you're at a work event and a colleague mentions they're feeling a bit burnt out lately. You could simply say, "Oh, that's tough. But what if you used insinuation?" Here, you might say, "Isn't it amazing how much energy some weekends seem to give you compared to others?" This seemingly neutral statement plants a seed. It subtly suggests they might need a more rejuvenating weekend to combat their burnout. Insinuation is the art of planting indirect suggestions through words, body language, or even silence. It's a powerful tool for several reasons: intrigue and curiosity. The indirect nature of insinuation sparks curiosity. The listener wonders, what exactly is being implied here? This intrigue draws them in and keeps them engaged. Subtlety and power. A blunt statement can come across as forceful. Insinuation, however, feels more subtle and suggestive. It allows the listener to arrive at their own conclusions, making the message potentially more powerful. Deniability and plausibility. If the insinuation is misread, you can always deny any intended meaning. This plausible deniability allows you to test the waters without risking confrontation. How to use insinuation effectively. Body language. A raised eyebrow, a knowing smile, or a pointed glance can all add weight to your insinuation. Choose your words carefully. Carefully phrased questions and suggestive statements are all tools in your arsenal. Read the room. Is the situation appropriate for insinuation? Ensure the context allows for subtle hints, not blunt messages. Remember, insinuation, like any tool, can be misused. Don't resort to manipulation or negativity. Use it thoughtfully to plant seeds of ideas, spark curiosity, and navigate conversations with a touch of intrigue. 7. Creating intrigue is a captivating art that draws people in, leaving them curious and eager for more. Here are some tips to master the art of creating intrigue. Start with a mystery. Introduce a tantalizing mystery or unanswered question that grabs people's attention right from the start. This could be a provocative statement, an enigmatic story, or a cryptic message that leaves them intrigued and wanting to know more. Reveal clues gradually. Instead of giving away all the answers up front, reveal clues and snippets of information slowly over time. This keeps people engaged and motivated to uncover the truth behind the mystery. Use suspenseful language. Use descriptive and suspenseful language to heighten anticipation and create a sense of drama. Paint vivid imagery with your words, leaving people on the edge of their seats, eager to learn what happens next. Spark curiosity. Pose thought-provoking questions or scenarios that stimulate curiosity and imagination. Encourage people to ponder possibilities and speculate about what might happen next, fostering a sense of intrigue and wonder. Create tension. Introduce conflicts, obstacles, or dilemmas that add tension and complexity to the storyline. This creates a sense of urgency and keeps people invested in the outcome, eager to see how the situation resolves. Leave room for interpretation. Avoid spelling everything out explicitly. Instead, leave room for interpretation and ambiguity. This allows people to fill in the gaps with their own interpretations and ideas, making the experience more personal and engaging. Build suspenseful endings. End each interaction or communication on a cliffhanger or unresolved note, leaving people hungry for more. This encourages them to seek out further information or continue engaging with the story to uncover the answers they seek. By mastering the art of creating intrigue, you can captivate audiences and keep them hooked on your story, message, or brand. It's all about sparking curiosity, stirring emotions, and leaving a lasting impression that keeps people coming back for more. 8. Eliminating anti-seductive tendencies involves cultivating behaviors and attitudes that enhance your charisma, charm, and appeal to others. Here are some tips for banishing these tendencies and maximizing your social interactions. Listen more, talk less. Avoid dominating conversations or talking excessively about yourself. Instead, focus on actively listening to others, showing genuine interest in what they have to say, and asking thoughtful questions. Avoid preaching or judging. Refrain from lecturing others or passing judgment on their opinions, beliefs, or choices. Embrace open-mindedness and acceptance, recognizing that everyone has their own perspectives and experiences. Be present and engaged. Stay fully present and engaged in conversations, avoiding distractions such as checking your phone or scanning the room for other people to talk to. Show genuine interest in the person you're interacting with and give them your full attention. Practice empathy and understanding. Put yourself in the other person's shoes and strive to understand their thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Show empathy and compassion towards others, acknowledging their emotions and validating their experiences. Be patient and respectful. Avoid rushing interactions or coming across as impatient or dismissive. Respect the other person's time and boundaries, allowing conversations to unfold naturally and at their own pace. Show authenticity and vulnerability. Be authentic and genuine in your interactions, sharing your true thoughts, feelings, and experiences with others. Embrace vulnerability and authenticity as they can foster deeper connections and trust. Practice positive body language. Pay attention to your body language and nonverbal cues, ensuring they convey warmth, openness, and confidence. Maintain eye contact, smile genuinely, and use open and welcoming gestures to create a positive impression. Avoid being overly aggressive or pushy. Refrain from using aggressive or pushy tactics to pursue romantic or social interests. Instead, focus on building genuine connections and letting relationships develop naturally over time. By eliminating anti-seductive tendencies and embracing positive behaviors and attitudes, you can enhance your social interactions, deepen your connections with others, and increase your overall attractiveness and appeal. This is the end of the line. I know you have subscribed and liked. If no, let me try. Get you a better one. Click left of your screen. Thank you.